Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever felt an overwhelming sense of longing that keeps you awake at night? Stay tuned until the end, because today we're diving into Fyodor Dostoevsky's enchanting short story, White Nights. A delicate blend of romance and introspection set against the dreamy backdrop of St. Petersburg summer nights, Dostoevsky takes us on a journey through the heart and mind of a lonely dreamer who yearns for genuine human connection. Through chance encounters and quiet confessions, the story explores themes of unrequited love, hope, and the bittersweet nature of fleeting happiness. In this video, I'll break down the events that bring our nameless narrator and the mysterious Nastenka together, share the emotional moments that define their bond, and reveal the story's poignant conclusion that still resonates with readers around the world. If you've ever stayed up late wondering about your place in the world, White Nights might just speak to your soul. Stay with me, and we'll uncover why this short tale still captures hearts more than a century later. Hang tight, and let's unravel the delicate emotional tapestry of White Nights. Set in the hauntingly beautiful city of St. Petersburg, White Nights unfolds over 4 evenings and 1 morning, capturing that peculiar northern phenomenon when dusk barely transitions into dawn. Our unnamed narrator is a solitary figure who wanders the streets at night, letting his imagination soar while everyone else sleeps. He is driven by a persistent sense of isolation, imagining friendships with buildings and passing strangers rather than forming real connections. One fateful evening, he encounters a young woman named Nastenka, who is crying quietly by a canal. Eager to ease her sadness, he approaches with sincere concern, and she cautiously welcomes his company. Over the next few nights, they share confidences and dreams, forging a fragile bond. The narrator reveals how loneliness has shaped him, while Nastenka confides in him about her strict grandmother, with whom she lives. She also discloses her affection for a former boarder who promised to return to marry her but hasn't been heard from since. Though the narrator's heart fills with affection for Nastenka, he is bound by her devotion to this absent suitor. His compassion, however, leads him to support her unconditionally, offering his presence and empathy during her time of uncertainty. Together, they walk the moonlit streets, exploring not only the city's physical wonders, but also the hidden corners of their own souls. The shared intensity of their conversations illuminates the yearning each feels for validation and emotional intimacy. For the narrator, meeting Nastenka is a breath of fresh air, a bright moment in the otherwise colorless landscape of his life. For her, he becomes a compassionate friend who steadies her hopes and offers solace amid deep vulnerability. As the nights pass, both wonder whether a future might bring them closer or tear them apart forever. In this tension, truly their story unfolds. On the final night, the narrator's hopes rise as he senses that Nastenka might reciprocate his affections. She clings to him for comfort, confessing how fearful she is that her beloved boarder has forsaken her. The possibility of new love flickers between them like a fragile candle in the darkness. But just when the narrator imagines a happier tomorrow in which he and Nastenka can share a life together, fate steps in. Her long-lost suitor reappears, calling out her name in the street. Overjoyed, she rushes into his arms, leaving the narrator stunned and speechless. His own heart shatters in that singular moment, as the woman he adored returns to the promise she originally cherished. Morning breaks with a farewell. Nastenka, unaware of the magnitude of the narrator's heartbreak, sends him a letter expressing her gratitude and friendship. She hopes he will forgive her for the whirlwind of emotions she swept him into. For the narrator, the entire experience becomes a bittersweet memory that reveals both the power of hope and the delicate fragility of human attachment. He is left to wonder again, carrying the ache of lost possibilities and the faint glow of having connected with another soul, however briefly. Dostoevsky underscores the idea that dreams can be beautiful, yet reality may not always align with them. The narrator's yearning represents the depth of human longing for acceptance, intimacy, and companionship. Although his story ends in sorrow, it also highlights how even short-lived connections can illuminate a lonely existence. The gentle hush of the early morning signals the end of both the White Nights and the narrator's romantic reverie, reminding us that even heartbreak can carry traces of hope forever. From a critical standpoint, White Nights stands out for its introspective style and the raw emotional depth that would later define Dostoevsky's more famous novels. Even though it is relatively short, the story overflows with compassion for the human soul, offering us a window into the mind of a lonely dreamer who yearns for connection. The setting of St. Petersburg becomes almost another character, a haunting presence that magnifies both the narrator's isolation and the intensity of his fleeting romance. The dialogue is poetic yet natural, emphasizing the narrator's sincerity and Nastenka's innocent longing. At the same time, some readers might find the pace slow or the narrator's pining over-sentimental. Yet this gentle progression is precisely what allows us to witness the subtle shifts in emotion. Dostoevsky hints at the darkness and despair lurking beneath everyday life, but never quite abandons hope. This balance between grim realism and tender idealism is what makes White Nights resonate so powerfully, even centuries later. Introspective fiction lovers cherish moments. Ultimately, White Nights offers a gentle reminder that even our most cherished dreams can be dashed in an instant. Yet it also shows how a single meaningful encounter can brighten a life haunted by solitude. If you've ever wished for just one person to see your true self, this story might resonate deeply with you. Thanks for watching. If you found this summary and review helpful, please hit that subscribe button and let me know your favorite moment from White Nights in the comments. And be sure to mention any books you'd love to see reviewed next. I'm always looking for new literary adventures to share with you. Stay tuned until the end of each video for more recommendations. And remember, the best stories are the ones that spark reflection and hope. Let's keep exploring the world of literature together, one classic at a time. Don't forget, you never know when your own White Night might lead to an unexpected connection that changes everything. Keep dreaming.